Welcome. If you're looking for inspiration, you've come to the right place. We're about to delve into 50 of the most impactful quotes from the legendary Steve Jobs, words that continue to inspire millions. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. You've got to find what you love. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than two doubles. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. What a computer is to me is it's the most remarkable tool that we've ever come up with. It's the equivalent of a bicycle for our minds. I think if you do something and it turns out pretty good, then you should go do something else wonderful, not dwell on it for too long. Just figure out what's next. We don't get a chance to do that many things, and everyone should be really excellent. Because this is our life, I'm as proud of many of the things we haven't done as the things we have done. Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. I want to put a ding in the universe. You can't just ask customers what they want and then try to give that to them. By the time you get it built, they'll want something new. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you get there, you can move mountains. My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. Technology is nothing. What's important is that you have a faith in people, that they're basically good and smart, and if you give them tools, they'll do wonderful things with them. I think most people can get within 3 feet of the answer if they really try. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do, have a point of view. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. Being fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again. If you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. It's really hard to design products by focus groups. A lot of times, people don't know what they want until you show it to them. Deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. I was worth over $1 million when I was 23, and over $10 million when I was 24, and over $100 million when I was 25, and it wasn't that important because I never did it for the money. Get closer than ever to your customers, so close that you tell them what they need well before they realize it themselves. If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right. Details matter. It's worth waiting to get it right. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. I would trade all of my technology for an afternoon with Socrates. Let's go invent tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened yesterday. Like an artist, an entrepreneur is someone who has the vision to create something new. My model for business is the Beatles. They were for guys that kept each other's negative tendencies in check. They balanced each other, and the total was greater than the sum of the parts. The cure for Apple is not cost-cutting. The cure for Apple is to innovate its way out of its current predicament. We're here to put a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why else even be here? You have to be burning with an idea, or a problem, or a wrong that you want to right. If you're not passionate enough from the start, you'll never stick it out. Being innovative is fun. It's more fun to be a pirate than to join the Navy. Do you want to spend the rest of your life selling sugared water, or do you want a chance to change the world? I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something.
Turn Steve Jobs' quotes into action. Don't just listen, live by these philosophies. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more meaningful videos. Which of Steve Jobs' quotes do you love the most? Share it with us in the comments. And don't forget to like and share this video if you found it helpful. Let's spread these positive messages from Steve Jobs.